If you think this is weird, just wait until you find out what Jeffrey Epstein was up to. If we ever will. All of this as we are still waiting very patiently here, trying to get to the bottom of the story of the decade that has eluded us for so freaking long and implicates some of the most powerful players in Hollywood, Silicon Valley, and of course Washington D.C. As just today, we have gotten a shocking twist to the story that we talked about yesterday surrounding Virginia Roberts, as now police authorities are contradicting her version of events. What's really going on here? Well, let's delve into it, as a lot of people are making April Fool's jokes today, saying the DOJ will be releasing the Epstein files. April Fools. They actually will not. As I did wake up this morning and I saw this video and I'm like, oh my God, are we getting it? Is it Christmas morning? Are we actually going to be getting the disclosures, the documents, and the arrests of all the horrible people that have hurt children here? And the way the Attorney General of the United States prompted this up definitely had you feeling that way.
I've made it clear, if you take part in the wave of domestic terrorism against Tesla properties, we will find you, arrest you, and put you behind bars.
Yep, as they found a guy who firebombed a Tesla studio, and they caught him. Okay, that's good. Still, a lot of people in the comments, a lot of people on social media are waiting for those files to come out. As yesterday, those calls became stronger with a social media post from Virginia Roberts that went on social media, posted a photo of herself, and is claiming that she is dying and going to die in 4 days from now. It is 3 days from now, with this post here saying goodbye to her loved ones, describing a situation where she says that she was hit by a school bus that was going 70 miles an hour. All of this, as a lot of people saw that story, and it's a very emotional story. We got caught up with the emotions here, as now police forces are contradicting that story, as we specifically now have police authorities, Australian police officers, coming out and saying that the traffic incident that left her severely injured with just 4 days to live, describing it as a, quote, minor crash by Australian police officers. Yes, you heard that correctly. Now, Virginia Roberts is 41 years old. Now, there's multiple scenarios of what potentially could be unfolding here, but the police officers are reporting that there was no injuries reported here. As a lot of people are now saying, this photo, it looks like, yes, it's in the hospital bed, but it looks potentially doctored, potentially fake. It looks like there's just something off of it a little bit here that doesn't really kind of add up, that doesn't really kind of go along with the story here, as a lot of the details are still very vague here. And again, what's really going on here is some people are saying, well, this could be a conspiracy within a conspiracy. This could be someone trying to take Virginia Roberts out and thinking of a fake kind of scenario and a fake social media post, doctoring it, as some people are saying that this could potentially not be her herself. That's the theory that's going around right now, as there's other people saying there's also the possibility of her just kind of lying and faking this just to get attention. That also is a possibility here. As what is really going on here? Well, we're kind of left to kind of guess here, because we have no other answers other than now the police officers kind of coming forward and saying, no, this was a minor crash. There was no injuries reported here. Another potential explanation to all of this is that she was involved in some kind of other incident, or she was dealing with some kind of other sickness that was discovered when she went to get checked out after this car accident. I don't know. But we have this statement from Western Australia's police force spokesperson saying that they have been aware of a minor crash between a bus and a car in the north of Perth on March 24th. The collision was reported by the bus driver the following day. The car sustained about $2,000 worth of damages, but there were no injuries reported, the spokesperson said. Daily Mail Australia is suggesting Ms. Giuffre made the incident up or exaggerated it. Police in other states, Victoria and NSF, said privacy restrictions prevented them from identifying any matching incidents based on the limited information available here. Now, again, this is one of the key people here, and if he's making this up, this is absolutely horrible. This is absolutely awful. And this portrays a lot of the victims here of Mr. Epstein as liars, as propagandists. But still, many questions remain here. As the Daily Mail is reaching out and has also allegedly spoken to Miss Giuffre's father, Sky Roberts, who allegedly told the Daily Mail that he is sick to his stomach and would do anything to be able to fly from his home in Florida to be with his daughter's hospital bedside in Australia. Quote, "I'm sick to my stomach. I feel like crying because I love my daughter more than life," he said. "If there's anything I could do, I'll do it." Mr. Roberts said that the crash unfolded a couple of days ago. While he has not spoken with his daughter since the crash, his son, Mr. Giuffre's brother, has been in regular contact with her over the past couple of days and has kept him updated as to her condition. "She is in really bad shape," he said. "She's depressed. There's everything else she's been going through with the divorce and not being able to see her kids." Mr. Roberts said that his son is trying to get her spirits up so she doesn't give up. Now, this highlights, a lot of different things that could be unfolding here as people who are traumatized usually deal with personal life situations in usually very unordinary ways. Before talking about that and more of the kind of speculation and guesstimating here, because I want to give the ultimate conspiracy take and I want to give the ultimate kind of everyday potential take that's the complete opposite of that. But before that, I want to tell you about thebestpoliticalshirts.com, where you could get amazing shirts like the one that I'm wearing right now that says, "If you trust the government, you don't know history." And it's definitely one of my favorite ones here that you could get on thebestpoliticalshirts.com. You type in history into the search bar here, and it comes right up because we have a crap ton of T-shirts. And the T-shirts are all available on thebestpoliticalshirts.com. We have a lot of great ones. We have a lot of new ones available that are really just indicative of the culture war that all of us are involved in. And there's no better way to be in life than to be free, than to be honest, than to be truthful. That's the way to do it. And some of these shirts definitely will represent that. Some of these shirts will make people laugh. I like being silly, and this is also one of my favorite shirts, against all authority, except my mom. Okay, great conversation start. You go to the bar, you go to the clubs, you wear one of these shirts, you're bound to have someone, predominantly a lot of guys high-fiving it, but some girls are like, "What is this? Oh, look at this guy's shirt." It's fun. James O'Keefe did a little like DJing rave thing recently here in Miami. I wore my third most salacious shirt, and it was great. I got to meet a lot of people. It was fun. Great conversation starter. Get it on thebestpoliticalshirts.com and get active, get engaged in the conversations that are more important than ever to have here. Now, from the comments that we're getting here from the family of Virginia Roberts is that they're also kind of hinting and kind of describing someone who potentially is going through a mental breakdown. If someone is going through a mental breakdown or isn't doing well mentally, and people who have dealt with tremendous trauma, especially at a very early age, do have more tendencies towards, let's just be honest and real with ourselves, not having the best mental health. And when you don't have the best mental health, a lot of women usually like to feign victims and pretend to be victims here. I would say that this is kind of the explanation here that isn't the conspiracy explanation, but is an explanation that I think is a little bit more plausible here, because the conspiracy one would mean potentially that the police officers are in on it, that there's a bigger move here being made against Virginia, and that Virginia is being taken out because she's going to reveal something bigger out there to the world that the powers that be that don't want her to reveal it. That's the second theory out there. Now, the police officers have been involved in all of this. Local police officers here in Florida, by the way, were aiding and abetting Epstein when he was, diddling and hurting small children. They're like, yeah, come on in, guy. Yeah. Oh, he's supposed to be in jail. Yeah, we'll just take him out. He'll be able to walk around, go to his private office. Oh, children are going to his private office. Police officers are standing nearby. Oh, yeah, cool. Yeah, no, it's fine. Are you kidding me? That's literally what was going on here. It's freaking ridiculous. The guy was supposed to be in jail. The guy was supposed to be a registered offender. Didn't have to follow any of that protocol. So is it crazy to assume that the police officers are involved here and they're lying and they're covering something up? No. Is that what's happening here, though? Again, we don't know. It's pure speculation. Now, are some of the family members of Virginia lying here? That wouldn't mean there's more layers to this, more sophistication that would complicate this type of scenario here. Now, did Virginia hold on to some information that she's not yet releasing to the general public? I mean, if I'm her, I'm releasing all of it. And I'm making multiple copies. I'm leaving it in multiple locations. I'm doing testimonials. I'm doing interviews. I'm doing everything. Get it all out as soon as possible. I think she did that so far. So that, again, isn't as plausible. I think the reporting yesterday that was very early, that was very emotionally charged, could be potentially wrong here. And if I am wrong, I will retract my previous statements in my previous video, and I will admit that I am wrong here. And it's important to be honest when it comes to these stories, because there's a lot of people who just want things to be true, and I want them to be true. But, especially to validate my kind of perceiving viewpoint. But the truth should prevail over everything else, and we should be honest with ourselves, and we should be honest with the perspective and from the conversations that we are having here. Again, the article here continues. I'm hoping she can hang on, he said. She's only 41. She got a lot of fire to live. She's got a lot of things left to do. She's helping people and helping other girls. Mr. Roberts revealed how helpless he felt being stuck at home in Florida without the money to be able to hop on a plane to Australia to be with her in this time of need. There's nothing I can do from here, he said. I'm on Social Security, so I can't fly out. I would love to be by her side and support her. As well as begging his daughter not to give up, Mr. Roberts made a public plea for her to get a second medical opinion from doctors. She needs to get a second opinion, he said. When someone tells you you're going to die in 4 days, you don't want to hear from just that person. You need to get a second opinion. You need a third opinion. Mr. Roberts said he used to be really close with his daughter, but their relationship had been strained in recent years. That said, he only had good memories. I remember all the great times I've had with her growing up and putting her in horse shows and all the fun things we used to do. All you can do when someone is in a bad way is to think of the good times. You don't want to think of the bad times. Mr. Roberts said that his daughter has also become recently estranged from her 3 children as she is in the middle of a messy divorce with her husband of 2 decades. That again highlights the more plausible kind of explanation here. He said he hopes that her wish to be able to see her children again comes true. Since December 2020, Miss Giuffre has lived in Australia and now estranged husband and their 3 children. In her Instagram post, Giuffre shared a shocking image of herself lying covered in bruises. They've given me 4 days to live, and she says that she would want to say bye to her children. Again, this could be just a messy divorce turned crazy, insane situation that all of us are now kind of entrapped and involved in. And if that scenario, that's a very unfortunate scenario here, specifically with the reports coming out, the conflicting statements, and the story that we're kind of left here picking up the pieces on. And again, when it comes to this type of story, it needs the truth here. All right. It needs transparency. It needs accountability. It doesn't need more obfuscation, more lies, more propaganda. And if you agree with that, share this video with your friends and family members. Get the shirt on thebestpoliticalshirts.com. I love you guys. Stay tuned for more here on youtube.com/wearechange.